Nice one. Well, that certainly made that made the stream right there, buddy. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to part 2 of the One Night in Kharazan review. We're streaming this review live on Twitch, but we'll be putting it up on the MTGO Dojo and YouTube later. DeadGoon just, well, as you heard him there, he just finished. Sounds like a beverage, and also he just finished week 1, the Parlor.
Yeah, and why is it one night only?
Yeah, well, I think the night goes sour, and you know, it's just a party. It's like he's hosting a one-night party, you know.
It should be 4 weeks in Shenzhen, not one night.
Yeah, why should it be 4 weeks? 4 weeks? Do you like it? You're enjoying yourself. Would you like to spend more time than just a night there?
I'm just saying the way it's laid out, you know. The whole adventure should be encapsulated in one night, if it's one night.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, I guess it's 1 month in Kharazan, technically, then, not one night in Kharazan.
There you go. There you go. Now, before we get too deep into that, is there, in fact, a card called Booty Bay Bandit?
There's Booty Bay Bodyguard, the 5-mana 5/4 taunt. The Booty Bay Body... There's a place called Booty Bay.
There should be one called Booty Bay Bandit.
Yeah, I've been to Booty Bay.
I would play 2 of him. 2 of him would be in every deck. Booty Bay Bandit.
Let's see if there is one. I'll take a look.
Booty Bay, Richard.
No. Well, all right, let's get on with it then. First card, we'll go with the class cards first. We got the Deadly Fork, 3-mana 3/2, Death Rattle. Add a 3/2 weapon to your hand. Rogue card.
Now that I like that card.
Well, here's why I don't like it. You know I'm going to be contrarian. Anything you say, I'm going to say the opposite.
Cool, except sometimes different.
Yeah, I'm different, except sometimes I'm cool. So the reason I don't like it is that Rogue already has 2 really good 3-mana cards, and that's why it's not good, because it costs 3 mana. If it were like a 2-mana 2/1 or a 4-mana 4/5, you know, but at 3 mana you've got SI7 Agent and Perdition's Blade. Both, I mean, people don't even play Perdition's Blade, and it's an excellent card because they're already stuffed at 3. They're playing Unearthed Raptor or SI7 Agent. It's just it's too crowded at the 3 slot. Now, what I do like about it though is that it's got Death Rattle, and a Rogue Death. You know, that's big for Rogue. Any card that has Death Rattle,
yeah,
it's got potential.
And it gives you a fork.
Yeah, which is useless because you're a Rogue. You already have weapons. You don't need to play another weapon. You can just hero power. And again, like, because I play Perdition's Blade, I would never play this card. Now, certainly it's nice to get that weapon and then Deadly Poison it up, but there's...
I think you're missing the point, though, Jonathan. It's a fork.
Perhaps I am.
There's got to be a practical application for a fork. That's not a blade or any other weapon.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah, it's a fork.
Practical application, you stab somebody's eye out.
All you need now is a spoon and a knife.
Well, the spoon is the next card. We'll get to the spoon. But the fork, yeah. Okay, so I think once League of Explorers rotates out along with TGT, which Predictions Blades and TGT, this card will maybe see a lot more play coming up next year. But for right now, the immediate impact on the meta, it's an arena gem. It's trash. I don't think any good Rogue deck will play it. Certainly some Rogue decks will play it. I don't think they'll be any good. It's just the 3 slot is too competitive already for Rogue.
Yeah, maybe a lot of the cards are designed that way to be better later when shit rotates out.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly any card has potential. You could say that about any card. This card could be better when all these cards go away. So that's kind of a blanket statement, but I think this card actually does have potential when Perdition's Blade specifically rotates out. Because that's like the main competition for this card. Perdition's Blade is a 3-mana 2/2 weapon. It's a rare from TGT, and it's a 3-mana 2/2 weapon, and it has a battle cry, deal 1 damage, combo, deal 2 damage.
It's got chew and chew.
Yeah, it has an immediate impact on the board. It's a weapon That makes it just way better than a minion that has Death Rattle. And it's a 2/2 weapon that deals 1 to 2 damage when it comes to play. It's a great card. That's kind of the direct competition to Deadly Fork in any good rogue deck, if you ask me. So let's move along. Next we have the Silverware Golem. Oh, he's not the spoon. He's the whole silverware set, the Silverware Golem.
He's the whole set.
He's the whole damn whoop-took. 3 mana, 3/3. Warlock card, 3 mana, 3/3. If you discard this minion, summon it.
Yeah, I've been seeing some people trying to
people
build
are already people are already going into this deck trying to build it. I've played discard decks before. In fact, my current Warlock decks always play Darkshire Librarian. I think it's a great card. If you came from Magic the Gathering, think of it like Desperate Ravings. The one in a red, draw 2, discard 1. Yeah, I love Darkshire Librarian. I love this guy. And certainly when the 1 mana 1/3 gets released later, I think he comes in the Spire, week 4, that also interacts with discard, Warlock card. I think this guy's pretty great. Pretty great minion. I think we probably agree there.
Yeah, I don't know.
The 3 slot,
the standard.
The 3 slot is competitive in Warlock. You've got M-Gang Boss and the 1/5, the 3 mana 1/5, but this guy's not really a 3-drop. Like, half the time you're hoping to you're wanting to discard him. He's a 0 mana 3/3. That's what makes him so powerful.
Yeah.
You can pretty much guarantee that you'll always discard this guy if you play 2 Doom Guards in your deck, because you can always just hold them in your hand, not play them, not waste the mana to play them, and waste your turn to play them, and then play Doom Guard, discard them, and you get a free 3/3 on top of them.
Well, I don't know. Wizard standard deck seems better, but words.
Yeah, I think this guy's great. Well, let's move along. We have the Ivory Knight, Paladin Rare. We're cheating here since we've already had a week of this adventure being out, so I've got to play with the Ivory Knight quite a bit. What are your thoughts? It's the 6 mana 4/4 Paladin Rare, Battlecry. Discover a spell, restore health to your hero equal to its cost.
Yeah, I've seen him in action. He seems pretty damn good.
Yeah, pretty damn good. I think the only issue is trying to fit this guy into whatever Paladin deck you're playing, since you'll already be wanting to play either Sylvanas or me. I play Emperor Thorson, it's a lot of competition at the 6 slot. Like if this guy were like a 5 mana 3/3 or like a 7 mana 5/6, he'd be so much better. But at 6 mana, it's a really competitive slot, and his stats just are not great for a 6 mana drop. But all that said, I think it's an excellent card. I'm playing one in my Anything Paladin right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along. A Warrior card. It's a spell. Warrior, Protect the King. 3 mana. For each enemy minion, summon a 1/1 pawn with taunt. A 1/1 minion for each enemy minion. So it's like Unleash the Hounds, but you get 1/1 taunts instead of 1/1 charges for 3 mana, same as Unleash.
Haven't played against that one. Seems solid.
I've got to play. Yeah. I played with it. The other night I was eating dinner and I was trying to find something to watch, and God help me, I turned on Trump's channel. He was streaming live, and he was playing a Protect the King deck with Bolster. Give all your taunt minions +2/+2 and 2 Protect the Kings, and I don't know how he was doing, but I have tried Protect the King myself. I think we could talk about this card a long time, but at the end of the day, I don't think we would have concluded very much. You can't say it's certainly not a bad card. It's not like Blood Warriors 3 mana epic that adds a copy of each damage-friendly minion to your hand. There are a lot of Warrior cards that are just kind of unplayable. This card's certainly not a bad card, but I don't think it's really a great card either. I think what makes Unleash so good is that they have Charge. Charge is a very powerful effect, but Taunt is also pretty powerful as well. The problem is, Hunters are often falling behind on the board as they start to hero power your face, and the Unleash is perfect for finishing people off, whereas Warriors pretty much want to keep the board controlled throughout the entire game and not face a whole bunch of minions.
Right. I think it's a decent roadblock.
I mean, for 3 mana, if your opponent has, say, 3 minions out and you get 3 1/1s with Taunt, if you're paying 3 mana for 3 1/1 Taunt minions and your opponent has 3 minions out already, you're pretty far behind.
Yeah, sure.
And
Yeah,
Warrior just does
but
not
you
like.
got-
Warrior plays Fiery War Axe. They play weapons. They're constantly killing minions and trading minions off. So your opponent's never going to have a big enough board for this card to get its value. Because for 3 mana, if they have 2 minions for 3 mana, 2/1/1 taunts, I think it's pretty bad. But I know you love taunt minions. I know you're real excited about the 2 mana 3/2 taunt. You said, "Ooh, boy, bully! It's an anodized Robo-Cub that's half as good. You can't fucking pick with it, but it's a neutral minion, Johnny."
Yeah, I think the card just like kind of shitty gravy, more of the same.
Yeah,
I don't
agreed.
expect with Warrior decks you're not going to.
But
be
it
behind
could be a
that
sleeper.
far.
It could be a sleeper. It could be really good. Maybe there's a deck that could take advantage of it. So
It's uphill.
yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it plays out. All right, let's go to the priest card. Should we just skip the priest card? 4 mana, 3/6. Whenever you cast a spell, restore 3 health to your hero.
Hate it.
Yeah, maybe maybe I think the only path for priest forward with this expansion, with this adventure, is a silence priest deck, and maybe a silence priest deck wants a card like this. I doubt it, but anyway. All right, Shaman.
Yeah, wipe your ass with it. Horrible.
Shaman, 2 mana, Maelstrom Portal, 2 mana, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Summon a random 1-cost minion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You're the shaman expert.
Situational. Yeah. It's situational, but it could be a little whoop toogie.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. It seems kind of very like light value, just very weak light value card, but that can maintain its value throughout the game, so that gives it some merit, and it's cheap, and it'll always do something. So I mean, yeah, I think the card is okay.
And unnecessary. It's both.
Yeah, okay and unnecessary. All right, let's move to the Hunter. People are already playing this card all over the ladder. If you play against a Hunter, you're probably playing against this deck. 3 mana, 3/4 Hunter card. 3 mana, 3/4. Your secrets cost 0. I know you don't play too much Hunter, but yeah, I think most people are playing just all the secrets that they can play, all of them, with 2 Cloaked Huntresses and 2 Lock and Loads, and they'll wait till they draw a Huntress and then just dump their hand and lock and load, lock and load and then dump their hand. And they play like the usual Emperor Thorson, Yogg.
3 mana, 3/4 seems pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is it's great stats-wise, great card. You can't say it's ever really that bad, but it's not really what my Hunter decks want to do. It's certainly not what any modern pre-Kharazan Hunter deck would want to do. They would never play this card, but it certainly forms a new archetype and may breathe. I've been playing Yogg and Load all season leading up to Kharazan. I would not play this card in my Yogg and Load. I only play 2 freezing traps, but certainly, it's already having a big splash impact. If you played on the ladder this past week, any Hunter deck is about 50% to be one of these decks, these combo decks with this 2 Cloaked Huntress that it revolves around.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's move along to the neutral cards. Those were all the class cards. Here's a card I'm playing in my Rogue right now. I don't think it's great. I'm waiting for Swashbuckler to come out in a few days, but I'm playing it right now. It's Arcane Anomaly, 1 mana, 2/1. Whenever you cast a spell, give this minion +1 health.
Hate it.
Yeah, nothing too exciting here. The thing is, if you can cast a spell the turn that you play it, then it's a 1 mana 2/2. And 1 mana 2/2s are good. They're great. They only exist right now as a class card. We reviewed it last week, Enchanted Raven. And also, it's kind of the threat of being able to... So think of this guy kind of like a Bone Guard Lieutenant. If you play a lot of Arena, Bone Guard Lieutenant is always threatening to grow and gain health if you don't deal with them right away. And this guy... he doesn't have it guaranteed coming to him because it's not like a hero power. You gain +1 health, but it does mean that really whatever turn you play him, you can just wait till you cast a spell along with him, and he's a 1 mana 2/2, 1 mana 2/3. Certainly, if you play him on turn 1, like say, he's certainly better than like an Abusive Sergeant is on turn 1 because it's the threat of him growing that they'll have to deal with. But overall, very neutral minion, 1-drop, not going to have that big of an impact type of card, but I do see potential for it, honestly. So
yeah, I think his window's too little. He can't see out the whole yard.
his window, That's a perfect way of summing it up there. His window's too little.
He better check his fucking window often.
Yeah.
He'd be looking a lot.
He'd be looking out that window. Alright, next we have the Pantry Spider, 3 mana, 1/3, Battlecry, summon a 1/3. Both beasts, summon a 1/3 Spider. People were saying this card might be good. Well, what do you think of it? You know,
that one there has got me just perplexed. I don't know. I'll obviously two thing dues for one is something there.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, yeah, stats wise, it's 2/6 for 3. Yeah, that's really not bad at all. I mean, most if you want a 2/6, you're paying 4 mana most of the time, and it's 2 men. They're both beasts. So people were saying there are a lot of decks that, you know, like Hunter, that want to buff beasts and play buff beast cards, but they can't. They can't play them because they can't guarantee they'll have a beast out. But this guy, on turn 3, you play him, you're pretty much guaranteed to have one of them left over to Houndmaster on turn 4.
Yeah.
He's got you perplexed, though. Agreed, I'm perplexed.
Yeah, we got to put the until further notice.
We got a what?
We put him in the for later bucket. We ain't sure.
Yeah, for later. All right, we got 2 cards left here. We'll go with Morose, the legendary, the guide throughout Kharazan, or at least through the first wing, he's your guide. I believe Barnes is the guide next week, but here's Morose, however you say his stupid name. 3 mana, 1/1 stealth at the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 steward.
Yeah, is this the butler?
Yeah, 3 mana, 1/1 stealth at the end of your turn, summon a 1/1.
Huh. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. Agreed.
He's way too slow. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him. Alright, final card.
You giving me a fucking 3 mana 1/1, I better get my rocks off.
Yeah.
I don't want a fucking 1/1, you know.
Agreed. Alright,
I want a card or something. Yeah.
Last man here is Arcanosmith. I've played this guy in both my Paladin with Bran, and then now I'm playing just a one of no Bran in my Reno Warlock. But I like him in Warlock in general, actually, as a 4-drop. But here he is, Arcanosmith, 4 mana, 3/2, Battlecry, summon a 0/5 minion with Taunt.
Yeah, I don't like him at all. It's okay, but I've had better.
Yeah, I've had better too, but I do like him. An 0/5 Taunt, actually, I mean, if you think, it's really worth about 1 mana or more than an 0/5 Taunt. You've got an 0/4 Taunt for 1 mana. Shield Bearer is as close as you can get. So really, it's worth about 1 mana. But honestly, like, Shield Bearer is a great card if you don't have to invest an entire card into playing it. So you play Shield Bearer, yeah, it takes a whole fucking card. But here you get a 3/2 tacked on with it. A 3/2 is worth about 3 mana, I would say, if you think about cards like Gnomish Experimenter, or even a 3 mana 3/3. For 3 mana, a 3/2 that does something. Okay, so 4 mana, you're getting the value and the stats there. I do kind of like him. I think he's got some potential. I mean, obviously the 4 slots are very competitive, and also I don't play many 4-drops. I value 3s, 2s, and 1s much higher than 4s. I value 4s, you know. Anyway, you know, I think I like it. So what am I so afraid of?
He'll have to kick my ass before I respect it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, what you can think of him is kind of like a Sinjin Shield Master. You get the 5 Taunt, and then you got the 3 attack. He'll be doing his 3s here and there. He'll get his lights punched out. Sure, he's a 3/2, but he will soak up 5 damage as a taunt.
But when he comes into play, he won't go.
Yeah,
like
he won't go. He won't go. He won't say Tazdingo either.
Yeah, he'll go.
Exactly. Well, that concludes our review for week 1, the Parlor. We'll be doing part 3, which will be week 2, in a day or two, because that releases, today is August the 15th, that comes out on August the 18th. We'll probably do that review in a day or two, and it'll be up on the 18th. But
yeah, and as far as this flight's concerned, you can now stop thinking forever.
Perfect. Chew. Alright, well, that concludes the stream, boys.
Taters.